what's up, y'all boys? Today we'll be doing a Black Bulls Magic Knight Squad tier list, and I will be ranking them from weakest to strongest. Now, unlike every other Magic Knight Squad in the Clover Kingdom, the MC of the show, Asta, just happens to be in this squad. And a unique effect to that is that everybody in the Black Bulls squads gets a little bit of plot armor since the MC is in the Black Bulls Magic Knight Squad. This plot armor just helps them develop their magical attributes at a faster rate. Almost at a rate of an MC if the MC was Vegeta. Now, before I get into this list, just know that there will be spoilers because I got to talk about the characters and what got them on the list. So if you're not on episode at least 128, I advise you do not watch this tier list, and you can still drop a like. Now, coming in at number 13, we have Nero. Now, Nero, much like my ex, she is a bird. Or at least she was a bird for 500 years after using a forbidden sealing magic on a devil called Eternal Prison. But unlike the third Hokage, she did not die from using the forbidden sealing technique. She just turned into a bird with a unique age-stopping passive. And once her and Fenrir helped unseal the first Wizard King, that passive turned into a regular ability because now she can change in between her human form and her bird form. Her magical ability is called Inverse Release. She is able to unlock any seal. Yes, she does have the ability to, in fact, free Kodak Black, YMW Melly, even Tay K. But since this is her only ability besides the Eternal Prison that we see her use on the devil, that just means that Shorty out here playing full support. Shorty out here is like a Yumi, you know, like Yumi gonna play full support. But that's why I had to put her dead last on the list, man. Like, she don't got no attack, she don't got no defense. She just a skeleton key, bro. Like, it's not much you could do with Nero. You know, that's why she's last on the list. Coming in at 12, we have Gray. Now, Gray does transformation magic. Yes. Whatever Fortnite skin you can think of, Gray can copy into with perfect detail. She cannot copy other people's abilities, and much like how Jesus can turn water into wine, Gray can use her transformation magic to change the magic attribute of somebody's magic. Like when Gray turned Sally's big mud kip from jail magic, and then she used her magic conversion to transfer it into crystal magic. She lacks attack, defense, and she even lacks, you know, self-esteem. Like, she is the only Black Bull squad member so far from the show that doesn't get a backstory. So we don't know if Gray is like the last daughter of some kind of, you know, famous transformation magic family, which she probably is. Because like I said, she's a Black Bull squad member. So best believe she's just not no ordinary person. She got some plot armor working for her. Hey, what's up, y'all boys? Coming in at number 11, we have Fenrir. Fenrir does spatial magic, and he also does a little bit of simp magic from time to time. Fenrir be shooting his shot like Shaq at the free throw line. Fenrir portals are very broken in my opinion. They are good during battle. He can spawn at least over a dozen, I believe. There isn't a specific number. The limitations to his portals are that he can only create portals to places where he has been before or where he can see. So basically, Fenrir portals are like an autosave. Fenrir also has another ability called Fallen Angel Wing Beast, and if you is slow enough to get touched by it, Fenrir Fallen Angel Wing Beast can teleport you anywhere that he can also put a portal at. I think that's a very broken ability, but like I said, it is very slow, so you will have to get touched by it first. Fenrir is definitely a key member to a lot of the plot armor that goes on in the show, but it's nothing like Fenrir is the one jumping through the portals, which is why I gotta put him at number 11 on the list. Really, when he be spawning the portals, bro, he be looking like some Mario about to carve through all of them. I know that Shao Kahn would love Fenrir with all of his heart, bro, because the portals come in clutch, but Fenrir himself isn't jumping through these portals during these fights. Like, he's just a support. Coming in at 10, we have Gordon. Gordon is the most disappointing Black Bulls Magic Knight Squad character of them all. He does poison magic, Afrish Dash, which just translates to wake up badger. Gordon does poison magic. The dolls aren't canon to his grimoire. He's just a creep. I thought the first time that we all saw Gordon fight, he would use some kind of doll magic since he's always make dolls of people. I thought that maybe his dolls can copy people's magic attributes. I thought that Gordon magic would be some very, amazing stuff, but it's just poison magic. Don't get me wrong, I understand that poison could be a powerful magic attribute, but Gordon wants to now learn healing magic to help with his boring character arc and to also help with Asta's character development. With that being said, Gordon has low attack, Gordon has no defense, and Gordon has, I'm going to say, about medium reflexes. The only reason that I put Gordon above the last three is because Gordon has an attack. Coming in at number 9, we have Magna. Now, Magna, in my opinion, was dirt from the start. Magna can throw fireballs, and Magna also has a baseball bat to help the speed of his fireballs. Magna moveset is better suited for an unwanted Jump Force DLC character. Magna got taken out by a bounce back ability in Season 4. He also gives his moveset these OP names to these average attacks like Soul, Ball, Scatter. That is just your standard scatter shot attack. He gave it such a god tier name for no reason. Don't get me wrong, it is not Magna's fault that he is dirt. He was nerfed in the writing room. The writers knew from Season 1 that Magna would have never been top 5 when it came to the Black Bulls. Magna did take a hit from Veto though, so I will be giving him a baby tank badge. It's not Magna's fault that Magna's bad. Magna does about low to mid level attack. He has low to mid level defense. He's a bit more strategic than the last 3 people that I named, but Magna really ain't. Magna's not the one that's carrying the team on his back. Like, Magna could never be the ADC. Coming in at 8, we have Henry. Henry was blessed by the very wise and kind plot armor guys. They gave him a Grimoire pre-equipped with attack, defense, and transportation spells. Henry also, much like my ex, he has a unique passive that drains everybody magic around him. Like, same way my ex can drain my energy, he can drain other people's magic uncontrolled. That's not impressive. However, Henry Grimoire basically does the same thing that the Harry Potter Gryffindor dorm does. Like, no diss to the way he fights. He's destructive, defensive. He has the base as a defense, so I have to give him the baby tank bad. Henry was always swishing the rooms and cleaning up the base, and that is Henry's lore. Henry, the housekeeper, that is his Easter egg. I put Henry this low on the list because it is nothing that Henry can do that freaking 5 Power Rangers can't do. I feel like if Black Clover was a video game, Henry would most definitely be a DLC character. Henry is a plot convenient mage, and for being a plot convenient mage, I gotta put you right here on the list. I'm sorry. Coming in at 7, we have Zora. Zora does Ash Trap magic the same way I do Ash Trap music. Zora can put his traps anywhere, even on his own body, at the expense of a little bit more magic power. Zora technically isn't an attack mage because for him to attack you, you have to set off one of his full counter traps. Is this your standard reflect trap that shoots it back at double the power? The type of attack that will take Magna out 4 seasons in. Zora, I like the way he fights. It's very versatile, but his fighting style is also limited. The reason that I'm putting Zora here is because Zora needs somebody to play decoy for him. Zora needs somebody to, fight, or Zora needs to get into the fight scene before and set his traps up, because Zora traps can be detected. If you try to focus in, you can detect his traps. But usually they're undetectable because the magic, like the center magic on his traps be fake, so it's hard to detect his traps most of the time. Oh well, 305 Wayne, how hard would it be to detect one of his traps? Y'all gotta understand, what did I tell y'all before? Black Bull's Magic Squad Knight. That means that he comes with a little bit of plot armor. Even though he fights these mages that most definitely can sense faint amount of magic, they don't sense his traps. They just don't. That's that plot armor coming in handy. Zora dad was like the first broke dude to be a Magic Knight Squad member, or at least he was for the Magic Knight Squad he was in, because they killed him. And all that tells me is that Zora, the way that plot armor works, y'all boys, if your dad died fighting for a good cause, that means that you will probably die fighting for a good cause. Especially since Zora is just a side character, he will die for Asta to get some character development, best believe. So because I know that something might happen to Zora, and because Zora's really is just he's a support mage that could cheese a couple of attacks in. Coming in at number 6, we have Vanessa. Vanessa does thread magic. Yes. When Lil Wayne said, I got my pocket sold up, check the thread count, he was talking about what Vanessa has done for his designer jeans. Vanessa was locked up like Kodak Black for a majority of her life because the Queen of Wishes said, once you unlock the ability to change fate, girl, I'm going to need to make sure that ability is well controlled. Her standout ability is that ability. The red thread of fate has the ability that if herself or one of her team members were to die or get seriously injured, she could change the event. Like, the event happens. She got to still see the event happen. But it just rewinds it. She's basically is a human load game. Vanessa does not do auto save. She only do save games. Don't get me wrong, it's a busted ability, but the ability is limited, and I do mean like literally limited. When Magna was fighting the elf Luck, we saw that the red thread of fate, after it changes face so many times, it starts to fade out. She needs to, if Vanessa magic is low, she cannot then do this ability. So what does that leave her with? That just leaves her with her threads. Her thread magic is better suited for capture and, whipping Asta around. It's not a very good attack spell. But at the same time, the red thread of fate is always out. Like, the red thread of fate is Vanessa's starter Pokemon. She never not has the spell out. So I guess the spell itself doesn't drain magic, but when the spell does its effect, that's when the magic starts to drain. If it top five. Coming in at number 5, we have Luck. Luck does lightning magic. Luck Thunderbolt Destruction is pure damage. Luck lightning magic does give him an attack boost, a speed boost, defense boost, even a moxie boost, because Luck be talking ish. Luck has a Goku level of thirst when it comes to fighting a strong opponent, but unlike Goku, Luck is not the MC. Luck weakness, I believe, when it comes to battle is that he fights head first. He don't even tell his team members. I remember in season 1 when Asta and Noelle went to explore the dungeon, how like Luck just smelled a strong opponent. Then he said, I'm on demon time, I am, and then he took off. Luck has so much plot armor working for him that it's the simple fact that I've seen Luck do the same attack multiple times. Like, if he's a video game boss, that is not very good in battle. Fighting very head first, that is something that only an MC can do, because plot armor protects an MC that jumps into battles that he cannot win prematurely. Luck is not an MC. Luck is barely a side character. Like, remember when Luck and Magna fought Veto and Luck had to put all of the last of his magic into a Rasengan, because what else can he do at that point? That's because he fights, but he doesn't fight strategically. He's top 5, but because Luck doesn't fight strategically, that is more why I put him at 5. Now, coming in at 4, we have the Mirror Dude. I cannot pronounce the Mirror Dude's name. I've tried so many times. Let's be honest, we watch anime over here, right, y'all boys? We've all done watched anime. We've done sat through an entire anime series, and there's been certain characters' names we just could never pronounce, or whenever it came up, we was like, who is that again? That's how I feel about the Mirror Dude. Let's just call him G for short. G has the most vast moveset on the Black Bull squad. He has Real Double, which allows him to create a fake double. He has Reflect Reframe, which allows him to shoot rays of light in between and throughout his mirrors. He has Reflect Ray, which is Reflect Frame, but just with one beam of light shooting out. He also has a unique R. Kelly passive that makes him fantasize over his little sister. See, the thing about G, right? He has attack, he has mobility, but he doesn't necessarily have defense. I would give him the Baby Tank badge. Yes, he also has the big mirror reflect move where if somebody attacks him, he can just reflect it and shoot it back out. But it's not defense like that. You cannot be top 3 on this list and you don't really have defense. But what I like about G is he has no reason to fight as well as he does. He was just a kid in like a royal family. Then his family got mysteriously murdered. Then he got kicked out of the family. Then he became a delinquent. But the way that G fights, he fights at like a vice captain level. If you was to tell me who was the vice captain of the Black Bulls, I would give it to G. Coming in at number 3, we have Noelle. Noelle does water magic. Noelle Sea Dragon Lair gets a baby tank badge all by itself. Noelle Sea Dragon's Roar does 100% crit damage and it ignores 20% of the enemy's defense. And when it comes to her Valkyrie armor, that was the last bit that she needed to be better than Sakura. Now I know what y'all thinking, but G is royalty too? How become Noelle is over G? Well, there's 2 reasons that Noelle is over G. 1, Noelle, like I said, she's an MC of the show. She gets plot armor. If y'all think that Noelle isn't all that strong now, wait until the plot armor kicks in. The plot armor has really been working to her advantage up until now. She hasn't ever sustained any serious injuries. We never really seen Noelle laid up in the hospital. Noelle is also royalty, so her magic abilities is enhanced. And I know what y'all thinking, well, G is royalty too. I understand that. But Noelle type of royalty is Balenciaga. G is more of like Fruit of the Loom. Ooh, ooh, Fruit of the Loom. Noelle seems to get stronger after every time she fights, but unlike the Saiyans with their Zenkai boost, all Noelle got working for her is plot armor. And with that plot armor, I see her being probably second strongest to Asa in the near future. Don't worry about it. That plot armor going to kick in. Coming in at number 2. We have Miss Charmy. Miss Charmy has 2 magic attributes. Seriously this time. She has cotton magic and she has her food magic. Now her cotton magic comes with this big sheep that has a Muhammad Ali 3-hit combo. Miss Charmy also has a spell where you eat her food and then your magic replenishes. Miss Charmy never has to go to spawn. But you may be thinking, why is Miss Charmy number 2? Well, Miss Charmy, she can replenish her own magic in battle, and it's her second attribute. It's her food magic. This is what makes Miss Charmy broken. In her food magic state, she gets a Yami Yugi hype boost, and she also turns into a Jinchuriki with a wolf one-tailed beast. That wolf-tailed beast did 1 move so far, and that move is broken. It is called Gluttonous Banquet, where she can eat her opponent's magic. And the opponent that she did this on, this wasn't just like your average standard NPC. This was real. This was a captain. This was a captain whose magic powers were enhanced by an elf that was possessing him. She was able to defeat that mage. Yummy. She is able to go into a full magic state because apparently Miss Charmy is a dwarf. Yes, there were dwarves. They went extinct. There were elves. They went extinct. It is starting to seem like the Clover Kingdom ain't nothing but a bunch of pilgrims. I never in my life seen a side character of her degree get such like an Ichigo level power up. I mean, Miss Charmy went from just being Miss Charmy, like we've seen her sheep do Dharmas, but we was looking at a captain that was turned into an elf that was giving Asta a very hard time. Miss Charmy awakened and then she beat him. She ate all of his magic. Miss Charmy has amazing attack. Her sheep get the baby tank award. She don't really get the baby tank award, but her sheep most definitely do get the baby tank award. Miss Charmy deserves to be number 2 because let's be honest, let's really wrap our head around this, right? In the Black Clover anime and manga, no, in the Black Clover series, mages do not do well against Asta, not because Asta is necessarily a good fighter, it's because Asta can cancel out magic. Any mage whose ability cancels out magic, reflects your magic, or drains your magic, mages aren't good at handling that because their magic is what they use to fight. So when Miss Charmy pulls up to the field and in her food state, and the thing that I love about her food state, she gets hungry for magic. Know how she's always hungry for like regular food? In her food state, she becomes hungry for your magic. This is your magic. This is Miss Charmy. Coming in at number 1, we on demon time for real. We have Asta. Now, to nobody's surprise, Asta is the strongest Black Bull member, second to Captain Yummy. Asta has his Demon Slayer swords. Asta has his Demon Dweller sword. His Demon Slayer swords cancels out magic. It can also reflect magic. His Demon Dweller sword can suck out magic. He has a half demon form. He can fly. He get a speed boost. He get an attack boost. He get a defense boost. His Black Meteorite does 100% crit damage and it ignores 100% of the enemy defense. He can only go into his half demon form 2.5 times a day as of episode 128. Also in his half demon form, he can hone in on mana, so even if an opponent was to try to run away at the sky, he hones in on their mana just to cancel it out. Even though we see Asta throughout the series training his body on a Rock Lee level, we gotta give it up. The best part about Asta is his plot armor. When Asta was fighting the dude from the Diamond Kingdom who can reflect your magic, I remember he was on the brink of death, and then he had a Kurama and Naruto moment. But unlike Naruto and Kurama, this did not take a couple of episodes, did not take half the series for Asta to become aware of this power. Asta made that power his own within a time span of 3 minutes. Y'all know how Ichigo did his thing with like the Black Sangetsu, and how even how on Soul Leader Maka and Soul were going through the whole other thing with the demon in the piano room. I hate when anime do things like that, like the mental battles that characters have with the powers within themselves. I mean, I like it, but I like when it's done fast. I felt like Asta did it a little bit too fast. Like Asta saw that there was a demon inside of his body and he kind of took it well. And if that wasn't enough plot armor, do y'all know how he got his Demon Dweller sword? He was fighting Lich, took Lich's sword during the battle, and then the sword just kind of became his. He never gave it back, finders keepers. You want to hear some more plot armor? Asta Demon Dweller sword, he took it mid-battle from Lich. He didn't even have to even awaken for that power. Also, his half demon form. The first time he went into it, he was on the brink of death. The only way that he can go into it continuously time and time again, it wasn't because of hard training. It was because the Queen of Witches unlocked his 8 inner gates. Asta's ability to cancel magic reminds me of all of the Disney remakes. You know the weakness that they gave Asta? They gave Asta weakness is that he is headstrong, like in battle, like he dives in head first. He don't like to think a lot. He was fighting Veto, and Veto said, what makes you weak in battle is that you don't think, you don't strategize. You just think that because I'ma win, I'ma win. And it's funny that after Veto said that, Asta continued to win every single battle doing the same thing. Asta doesn't think. Asta, if it wasn't for his teammates, Asta would have died in every fight he has been in after that point. It's still not fair though, because Asta's weakness would only be a weakness if he didn't have plot armor. Think about it. Asta is an MC of a shonen anime. Asta is going to be in a situation. He is going to be in a battle that he has no business winning. And he's going to win the battle. That's how shonen goes. I don't see how they gave Asta a weakness, but the solution to Asta's weakness is plot armor, and that's why he's #1. In conclusion, y'all boys, that is my tier listing for the Black Bulls Magic Knight squad. At the top, we got Captain Yummy. He's really like #0, but then we got Asta, and the list just goes on from then. Nobody won't smoke with the Black Bull Magic Knights besides the Crimson Lions. I ain't gonna lie. Lady Merlert, what's that lady name? Y'all know the lady on the Crimson Knights. She is an absolute beast, and I believe that she can beat Captain Yummy. If this video gets 50 likes, I will do a Black Bulls Magic Knight Captain tier list. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This was my first time doing a tier list, and y'all boys, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, y'all boys, man. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Y'all boys be good, man. Sorry, y'all boys. The camera stopped recording. Y'all boys be good, man. Y'all boys.